Hello, this is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service. I'm at 16566 West 74th Place. We had a sewer backup. We snaked from the outside risers, but we are cameraing from the inside cleanout. They have a long line, as you can see. We are looking into we're all the way out because of how long it is. The water running helped push our camera out. So we snaked this and spent way too much time on it because there's two spots of roots that are to be noted. Actually three, I'm sorry. So we're going to start pulling back. We're 172 feet to the tap from here. I do have some water running, but that will dissipate because it is turned off. It's just going to take a minute because of how far down we are. So this is SDR we're looking at. This is the part of the line that's been replaced in the street up to the cleanouts. Alright, right here we got some root intrusion, or root intrusion, which is odd on plastic. So I wonder if it's banded together or something of that nature, or if it's cut roots that got hung up right there. But we were able to clean that really effectively, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, leads me to believe that the roots were cut, they just got hung up there. So that was the outside risers at 150 feet. So it is 150 feet from there to the inside cleanout. It's roughly 110 feet from the cleanouts to the clay cast transition next to the house. So this is the transition from SDR to clay, around 145 feet. So we're going to be in clay from here on out back to the house. Just note that there are a few spots where root intrusion has gotten in, and a lot of those spots were really easy to clean and get it cleared out, like this one right here. And then we have, and like this one right there, cleaned out really well. So that's good. Most of the sections have some root intrusion. That one looked like it didn't, but most do. Now we have done a series of cameras, and we've probably gone back and forth on some of these spots 2 dozen, 3 dozen times, trying to get these spots cleared out as much as possible. Probably should be charging more, but I mean, I just spent way too much time on it, which I guess is good for the homeowner. Sections cut really well. Sometimes, like on the left side, you'll see that is discarded roots, not a crack. So there were a lot of roots, a good few handfuls of them. So some of those bumps you're seeing are the discarded cut-out roots. They'll get hung up on the tops and the sides. They'll dry up and fall down and get washed out eventually. That's definitely a root up there because it's protruding out. Alright, right here, I'm not sure. Either this is one of two things. A buried riser in the concrete, or we have another line from the other unit, the garage. We'll call it the mother-in-law suite. That is what on top side. It's either that or that's the buried riser. I think it's the other line joining in. Have not tested that. We will be doing a camera clean through there, and I will verify that. On your lower left-hand side, you see there's some roots. Now, this is the spot we've spent probably a good hour and a half going back about 3 dozen times. And because the way the rotation of the blades are, not able to get that anymore. Now, this was a major spot, so I took out about 90% of the roots. But this little section right there, I'm telling you, me and my trainee, using the camera, using different blades, we tried really hard to get this spot, and we just could not. We used 3-inch blades, 4-inch blades. We spent probably an hour and a half on it, if I had to guess. So we're going to go ahead and call it and say that's as good as the cleaning is going to get. That is at a fitting. So that is something that, if it's longer, we'll be able to grab onto. But that's as good as the cleaning is going to get right there. So I believe this to be No, this was not the spot, but we're going to see some joints that are going to be heavily rooted and truded that I was able to cut out pretty effectively, but we want to keep an eye out because we believe we found a hairline crack. That is a worm on the lower left side. Believe it or not, they get in with the roots. Don't know how it's made it with all the snaking we've done. Right here. So it looks to be, because all these markings on the lower side, it looks to be a hairline crack, and because you can kind of see how the roots look on the left and right side, because there are heavy roots here as well. But there does look to be a crack on the lower side, lower right side. I'm now realizing my footage is not working on my phone, but it is working on my screen. So this is 50 feet, according to my monitor, but it's not reflecting on the actual recording for whatever reason. So this is at 50 feet. I did locate this and marked it as 7 feet deep. It's actually just to the right of the front porch. If you walk outside on the landing, it's to the bottom right. I marked it with a white flag. There'll be a picture uploaded. So I do believe that to maybe be a small crack. I will say that for a homeowner, probably best just to keep cleaning this line for a while and every so often get another camera, see if it's progressed. If it progresses, we go ahead and fix it. We're very close to the house, so we'll go ahead and be coming to cast iron soon, and the footage will be 47 feet. About 47 feet, we have 47 feet of cast, and we have some moderate signs of age on the bottom side of the drain. It's fairly minor, but you know, cast iron lasts about 50 to 70 years, so one day this will give out. Other than that, the mineralization you see is the build-up scale, things of that nature. So I'm also keeping an eye out because it's, you know, it's 47 feet of cast, which is a lot, and so it seems like it's a straight shot outside so far. I believe we might have a turn. I can't remember. So we're gonna find out together. Now I did want to note we do have some standing water in this line right here. And it does appear that I've not seen any other lines joining. That looks like ABS. So that is our ABS coming from our floor drain potentially. Yes, I believe it is. And so this section's been repaired, which is interesting. And I think this is coming from the floor drain. So it's looking like, in my opinion, because of how this line looks, because this looks like a vent line, because we have another sewer clean out that's right next to it. They're right side by side. The back, the sink from the basement bathroom goes into the one farthest, not the one I was running from. So this one believes goes in and then has to Y in with this line, which I think goes in a direction kind of underneath the bathroom and then goes straight out the building. That is my belief. I have not located inside, but I'm 90% positive that is how it works. So there is that hairline crack. It is fairly minor. If they would like to have that estimate fixed, our recommendation is to have it fixed. It'll be 7 feet deep to the right of the front door as you come out the door, or left of the front door if you're looking at it from outside. Otherwise, regardless of the repair, if it happens or not, I do recommend yearly cleaning for the line from the outside riser. For the most part, if they run 120 feet, so it was 121 feet from the risers to, I think it was. I'll double check that and make sure it's in the notes, but roughly 120 feet from the risers to the cast to clay transition. That's the section you want to clear, as well as the tail end going out to the street. That is the 3 spots of roots were right at the beginning, which might have been hung up roots way out there. Or you have the 2 spots, one that's close to the cast to clay transition and one about halfway in the clay. Those are the 3 sections you want to focus on. If there's any other questions, refer to the Garvin's invoice summary. There will be a part 2 that will be the mother-in-law suite that we will camera and clean in just a second. My name is Caleb. Thank you very much for your time.